Well, in March, we should all be wearing green because of St. Patrick's Day. But on April 1st, you want to wear purple and white, right, Tracy?
Right. Go
Vronich?
Eagles, yes.
Oh, Tracy, thanks for coming in. It was so much fun last year to talk about your ISD 88 Foundation fundraiser. What's it called again?
Eagles Extravaganza.
Eagles Extravaganza.
Yes.
Tell us about last year.
Well, last year was a very successful year. So this is the 5th annual Eagles Extravaganza this year. So last year was the first year that the ISD 88 Foundation took over the extravaganza from the Friends of ISD 88.
Okay.
So that's why this gets we talk a lot and it gets a little complicated. So the Friends of ISD 88, they started Eagles Extravaganza in 2012, and they are more like a PTA, a parent group, volunteer-based.
Yep.
And the story or the history behind it is in 2011, the school operating referendum failed. And so there were a lot of budget cuts happening. So this group of parents got together and said, we need to raise money for the school district.
Okay.
And they came up with an event.
Eagles Extravaganza.
Right, so that was the first year in 2012. Very successful, good turnout. People came, supported the school, and then they did it for 3 years, and then they wanted to transition it over to the foundation.
Okay.
So it transitioned last year, so last year was our first year. Very successful. We talked earlier, I'm giving you credit. We went up almost 100 attendees, and I was on the program last year, so we're going to call this the New Cat Bump or something like that we got this. So that it was very well attended. We raised more money than they had in the past, so we were very successful and happy with what we could do for the school district, because that's the point. It's a fundraiser, and it is to support New Ulm Public Schools, so we were able to do that.
And I think most of the audience will know this, but in the event that they don't, what will the monies be used for? It's not going to pay salaries.
No, that's a very good question. So the purpose and the mission of the foundation, the ISD 88 Foundation, is to enhance the quality of education and form partnership between alumni, parents, the school district, the community. That's the purpose of the foundation. So no, we're not going to take the place of the regular school budget. We want to do more, above and beyond. We want to give the kids in New Ulm even a better opportunity as far as education goes. So we're looking for things that are outside of the box, that are innovative, things that will inspire the students as well as the teachers. So last year, the project was unveiled that evening. We let the public and those attendees know what we were doing, and it was a project for 5th, 6th, and 7th graders, so that middle school age, and it has to do with STEAM. Are you familiar with that acronym in education?
Is it STEAM or STEM?
There's both.
Okay.
You are going to like STEAM better because the A is for the arts.
Oh, wonderful.
So it stands for science, technology, engineering, math, and then you add the A, then it's the arts.
Okay.
So the project last year that we funded is called Destination Imagination, and these students, they come together. It's very good at creative thinking, critical thinking, problem solving. It's a competition. A lot of us are familiar with the robotics competitions, where schools go and do that. This is a competition as well. And they're given an assignment and they come together. It's team building, and creativity is a huge part of it. And they compete with other school districts. So they were able to do that with the Eagles Extravaganza funds that we raised last year. So we're pretty excited about that.
Yeah, you said outside the box, and 10 years ago, when with schools doing these kind of fundraisers and silent auctions and things, and we had Cathedral on talking about Snowfest, and that's kind of their big fundraiser. And I know MBL's got their silent auction weekend. And smart boards, 10 years ago, that was the thing for schools to buy.
Right, and then they did. And so so that was part of what Friends of ISD 88, that was one of their things. A lot of fundraising for the smart boards, and those are really important. So now you see that, and you see the impact that has, because, education has changed since you and I went to school, right? Chalkboards, and, those erasers and things like that, and textbooks. And
I looked that old.
I shouldn't include you. I'll just say me, right? So, but it's changed, it's evolving. And so that's one of the things about the foundation as well, because these dollars, we are an endowment. So we're building this endowment, and then the dollars will always be there year after year. So they can depend upon that. And technology and education is changing at just lightning speed. Back to smart boards, things like that.
Smartphones.
Right, all of that. Now the iPads,
tablets,
and things, and textbooks pretty soon are going to be passé. This allows the foundation and the school district to act quickly, in that if something comes up, we know that these funds are here, they're going to be here every year, they're into perpetuity. Again, it's a permanent fund, it's an endowment is what the foundation is building. And then for Eagles Extravaganza, we were able to do a project right away with those funds.
When people hear the terms like endowment fund or trust fund, you can kind of get a little lost in it. So let's kind of unpack this a little bit. So when you have an endowment fund, it is what happens then. You've always got kind of this corpus in there, and whatever growth you skim off or you take off the growth, but you leave the corpus.
Right, so it's always there growing. So you're never dipping into that. So that's why we talk about legacy and into perpetuity, that is always there. And the stock market hasn't been doing so great. We won't get it, that's another show. But typically you would, you have your earnings on that and your growth, and then that's what you use for the granting. The Newham Area Foundation is the same way. You have this permanent fund, this endowment. And that's why people who donate to something like that really like that, because it isn't like the selling of the candy bars or the thing where you give $25 here and it's an in and out kind of those kinds of fundraisers. Those are important as well. But this is something where you can leave a sizable gift. It can be included in your will. That kind of, we encourage people to do that. If you believed in public education during your lifetime, why not continue to give?
And if New Ulm's important to you, maybe that's an outlet or an avenue.
And a lot of people, you just put in a percentage. So you can put in 5% in my will. So my heirs will still get a large chunk, but then I can still give to something that I really believed in my lifetime. So you try to foster that kind of philanthropic giving.
Sure. All right. Well, let's talk.
We got off topic
No. The audience loved it. I could just tell.
You're right. Yes.
So let's talk about this event that just mushroomed last year, thanks to our special edition.
Yes, we're going to go with that. But it mushroomed because it's been building, the hard work of volunteers. So that's something like this. Anybody who's put on an event, that it takes a very, very dedicated group of people. And there's always been with Eagles Extravaganza just an amazing group of volunteers that really buy into the mission and the purpose. And they come, and we started meeting early January, and it's all broken up into committees. It's really simple because everybody's doing their part.
A little bit of work.
A little bit, right. And then there are the few that are just kind of the overseers, and you do that part of it and just make sure that everything's staying on track. So it's become, because the Friends started this wonderful event, it's a well-oiled machine.
And so April 1st, is it at the same location as it was last year?
The New Ulm Event Center, which is a wonderful spot to meet. It's beautiful, the tables, the staging, the food, it's catered by Lola's. The menu this year is very similar to last year. We got a lot of positive feedback. We're doing pulled pork, which has been donated. We're always looking for additional donations. The pork has been donated, pulled pork, and then vegetarian lasagna.
Ooh.
So.
Wow.
Yes. And it's wonderful food.
Well, I had a chance, I was trying to find you to give you a donation for the silent auction. By the way, there's a clue for people out there that donations. She'll take donations for the silent auction or just cash. And I got inside the New Ulm Event Center, and when you say beautiful or gorgeous, it was.
And you can feel the energy. That's the other thing. So we had about 450 people in attendance, and these are all people that believe in their community, believe in public school, and they're there. We're celebrating together. We're fundraising, and you can just feel that energy that evening.
Now, this is a special edition of New Ulm Cable Access TV in partnership or cooperation with State Street Theater. From the standpoint of this program here right now.
Right.
And what got us started last year was all of the entertainment you had.
Right, because we started with...
Tell us about that for this year.
So the entertainment for this year's event, we want to showcase the high school students because this is about the school. So we have the Pops Choir, Payne Street Choir, and Jazz Band. So if you're not familiar with the public school music programming, The Pops Choir, those are 7th, 8th, and 9th graders. And like a little, show choir, and maybe 30-some kids do that, and they sing a medley and dance. And so you've got that, so the younger group. And then Payne Street Singers, those are the high school kids, same thing, that select choir. They perform. Last year, they did medleys that really were ones that the crowd enjoyed. They were tunes that were familiar, plus it's so fun to watch these young people. And then we have the jazz band.
Okay.
So we've got really talented musicians, and we know the New Ulm heritage, music and that.
Yes.
So the kids are kind of
they're coming. Yeah, they've been steeped in it through the
right,
years.
and staying true. And New Ulm Public and all of the high schools really try to augment that and get those kids lots of opportunities. So they work really hard during the school year, and they do have their concerts, but this is a place where lots of people in the community come, and they can be showcased and they can be seen.
Yeah.
So we love to give them this opportunity. And then a lot of people in the audience, they don't have children in school any longer, or they just appreciate quality performances, and they come and they get to do that. So they're going to be tired, though, I must say. They both the jazz band, the high school students, and the Payne Street, they're coming from their solo and ensemble contests in Mankato that same day. Ooh. So they're going to be either really warmed up or tired, but they're coming in there performing.
We'll assume they're going to be warmed up.
We're going to go with that. So we have that. And then last year we added, because it is about school spirit and it is about generating that support, we had the jazz band play the school song, and we had the cheerleaders come. And we are trying to get energized and get people excited, and it's a fundraiser, so we started with the school song and that, and it went into the live auction, so now everybody's all, go Eagles, rah, rah, so now I'm gonna bid a little bit on the live auction, and we got a lot of feedback on that, just how people felt so good coming together with all the different people in the community. We've got teachers, we've got people, retired people, young people, people with young children that get a babysitter for the night. All of us are just coming together.
Is there other entertainment?
So yes, so then that's during the dinner hour, right? Then Blue Ringers.
Right. Kind of ran until like midnight, didn't it?
It does, 11:30ish. Yeah. Our headliner band then starts at 8:30. So when you do tickets, you can do the whole evening, you do dinner, and you get the whole night, or you can just come at 8:30 and do an entertainment ticket for $10.
Oh.
A lot of times people have things going on. It is the same weekend as the home show, and they can't come for the whole night. So you can buy a ticket just for $10 and come for the Blue Ringers and still support and still bid on the silent auction. Shell's Beer is a supporter of this. They donate the beer. So you can come and you can have Shell's beverage and be a part of it, even if you can't be there for the whole evening. So Blue Ringers, that is a band that's familiar with, to a lot of people.
With a lot of our audience.
Right, and you've got, I have to always look, Krista Bowman, who is a graduate of New Ulm, of Cathedral, not New Ulm Public, and so she's part of that band, and they really do get the audience going. People like to dance, they do cover songs, so it's a fun night.
Okay, good. Wow.
Yeah,
Let's see, what else we got?
On our checklist here.
Yeah, we just worked through this whole punch list.
Well, I should say, let me back up though. Yeah. So the projects, I should mention, so this year, something unique that we are doing, playground equipment is going in, because the school is all, the new schools and the reconfiguration. They are adding new playground equipment at the campus where the high school and Jefferson Elementary is currently, and the Friends of ISD 88 have been fundraising for that playground equipment. This year, we are partnering with them on the silent auction. They're almost to their goal, so a portion of the proceeds from the silent auction are going to pay for the playground equipment in the new configuration. And then the other remaining project that the foundation will do will be unveiled that evening. So from the stage, we'll make that announcement. You are here supporting this, and this is the project that we're going to do.
And most of our audience probably hasn't had to go out and price playground equipment.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to share something with you. They don't give it away.
No.
It is extraordinarily more expensive than I even imagined.
Well, and part of it is the safety issue. It all has to be, and standards, and it can't be the kind of not to date you, but the kind of playground equipment that people used to play on, it's like slapped together with some wood and some bolts, and it's like, no. It has, But anyway, it's really fun. The stuff that they're doing is really amazing for these playground equipment, the options that you have.
So last year, how much did you raise?
The event in total raised over $30,000.
Okay.
And with that, we funded a project, and this is actually going on currently this school year, for $15,000 is what and it's with Washington Elementary.
Okay.
Yeah, and then part of the funds go into the endowment, which we spoke about. So
Yes.
it's that giving into perpetuity.
Okay. Hall of Fame nominations.
Oh, should
That's,
give.
we
right.
didn't talk about that last year.
We missed that last time. So back to what the foundation is doing, we are very involved with enhancing the education of the children that are in school now, but also we want to work with the alumni. And one of the things is a Hall of Fame. So New Ulm Public has not had a Hall of Fame previously for graduates. So we have had 2 now Hall of Fames that we've done 6 a year.
Two class inductions.
Right, 2 class
of.
inductions.
Sure.
So in the fall, we do that. And right now, we're looking for nominations.
Okay.
So that's the idea, is if you know of somebody, please submit it. Go to our website, isd88foundation.org, and submit your application for anybody. It can be anybody who has been successful in any walk of life. They could be an amazing teacher, they could be a physician, they could be a business owner. I tell you,
A baseball player.
A baseball player. Terry Steinbach was one. Wanda Gog was in the initial induction class. And last year, because we do try to focus on arts to some degree, Kent Knutson was a graduate, and he's now the director of the Old Log Theater.
Oh,
so
yes.
he came out of New Ulm. We had Doc Ann Vogel. There's a wide variety of people. Kurt Lombrecht, who has a downtown business. Kurt's also been very involved with the arts. So the Hall of Fame nominations are due at this time.
Good.
As well.
Well, I think we got through everything.
Did we?
Tracy Vronich. I don't think we missed one thing.
So we have the details out there.
Well, let's just recap when the event is. Friday, April 1st at the New Ulm Event Center. Help me, is that a Saturday?
Friday.
It's a Friday. Oh, I just said Friday.
I know. You've been doing
It's been
this.
a long day.
I'm the last
Friday,
one of the
April
day.
1st. 5 o'clock social, 6 o'clock dinner. That entertainment ticket you talked about, when would they kind of be?
8:30.
8:30
Yeah,
for
so
the entertainment.
during your dinner,
Got
so
it.
you're going to hear Pops Choir, Payne Street Jazz
Yep.
Band during the dinner.
During the dinner.
Hour, yes. And then
Okay.
we'll do the school song, and we will have a silent auction going on, the live auction too. There will be items there. And then we are adding, we're calling it Fun into the Fundraising. We've got some fun little activities that are another opportunity for you to give. I don't want to give everything away, but they're going to be interactive, audience participation, just different ways for people to get excited and throw a few dollars towards the school district, because it's really important. A quality education really matters for us, the future, and we want these kids to go out and be the best that they can be.
And the nice thing is, this is for worthwhile projects that are off budget.
Yes.
And I don't know how to stress that anymore.
Oh, exactly.
These are worthwhile.
Right. We're not buying the copy paper. We're not paying the math teacher's salary or getting the snow removed from the parking lot. No, these are things that are exciting and innovative that we want our children to be able to experience.
Good. All right. Well, there you got it. The 2016 ISD 88 Eagles Extravaganza, Friday, April 1st. Social hour beginning at 5:30, dinner beginning at
6. And tickets will be available, usual places, Hy-Vee, Cashwise. Chamber. You can go on our website, again, isd88foundation.org. You can buy tickets that way. You can get more details on the event that way as well.
Is there a phone number you want to give, or did we have one?
No, we don't really have a phone number. So yeah, you go to, and you can email us too through our website, but that's the best way. And tickets are $30 if you buy them before March 27th. So there is an early bird discount, so to speak, and then $35 if you buy after March 27th.
And if they're late on the discount, the $5 goes to the
a
ISD
good
88
cause. And
Foundation.
you can buy them, we've had a few walk-ins, and you can do that as well. And entertainment, anybody can walk in and do.
How would people that want to contribute to the silent auction, what should they do?
Silent auction, go to our website, because you can email us through that.
Okay.
And then let us know, because that's obviously a big part of these fundraisers that we all do, and it's really important. And it is a way for businesses and individuals to give So we welcome items, and we've had tons of incredible items, and it's always fun to kind of shop while you're at these events and spend a little money and go home with something interesting.
Well, I'll have my donation for you before the
yes,
event.
Good, thank you. Tickets, I'm hoping again, right?
Yes.
Tickets to your production?
Yeah, to the
summer.
summer musical.
Very good.
By State Street Theater. I'll
Very good.
donate
So-
to premium tickets.
Great, so now you can come so you can buy these. Yes,
Bid up those tickets.
premium tickets, yes.
Tracy Bronich, so good to see you again.
Thank
Thanks
you,
for
Mark.
coming in.
Yes.
And by the way, you don't get a discount if you wear purple on April 1st.
No, but do.
But wear purple on
Yes.
April 1st.
Looks amazing.
Yeah, all right, good.
Great,
Thanks again.
thank you.
And we'll see you April 1st at the Eagles Extravaganza.